Welcome back to Houston Life. It's time for our H-Town Sit Down.
Yeah, let's meet today's guests. Led by charismatic singer Kam Franklin, the 8-piece Gulf Coast soul band, The Suppers, have been gaining critical acclaim since starting in Houston in 2011. Known for their uplifting mix of rhythms and poignant lyrics, the group is entering a new phase in their career and just announced the release of their third album, It Starts With Love. Let's welcome The Suppers to our H-Town Sit Down. Come on out, Kam Franklin, Kevin Bernier, and Nick Zamora, The Suppers. What's up, guys? How are you? It's so good to see you.
Hello, Courtney.
How are you? Yes.
Hello.
We can get you
Come on in, sit down. It's so great to see y'all. So glad you're here.
Thank you for having us.
So, what's been going on?
Well, we just completed our third album.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and that will be out June 3rd. And we just dropped a new single called Don't Bother Me and a music video. And we also released a single called How Do We Heal? And there's just been a lot happening. We had a really great South by Southwest in Austin, and now we're getting ready to go back out on the road.
And what I love is that you've been very familiar to the Houston area for a long time, and then you went international, but you always have roots in Houston, and this next album is about Houston.
Yes, I feel like every album we will ever make will definitely be about Houston in some kind of way. But more than anything, this album is very much so about surviving as a band in Houston, from Houston, while touring around the world and everything that comes with that. The highs, the lows, the just shocking things that happen on the road, and how we push through together for our love for what we do and one another as a band and as a unit.
I think that is so important. And Kevin, let's keep going on that theme because, we're in the pandemic. The last time I think we saw you performed in your house, right? I mean, all of these things,
Sequin
as we
Sanctuary.
know, and this is your livelihood. So what did you learn, not only about yourself, but the band going through something like this, the pandemic, and trying to keep it all together?
One of the things we did was surprising to me, not just about us as a band, but all the other bands, just all the creative ways that people came up with just trying to keep things going.
Right.
I mean, there were a ton of different bands. Some of those bands were some of my favorite bands, bigger bands than even than us, and they were just doing the live stream thing, and they were just doing what they can. Yeah. And it really shows you just how important, how much of this is our livelihood,
right,
at any level, and how this pandemic, it really hit a lot of people, pretty much across the entire economic spectrum.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways, including the so-called big rock stars. They had to make do and just figure something out, and the pandemic also wasn't the only thing that happened in 2020. 2020 was a very, very, very loaded year in a lot of ways, So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nick, Don't Bother Me is a single, and this is really an anthem for empowerment.
Yeah, I mean, it's something. Kam is kind of behind all the lyrical content of the music, but we, as we develop songs and as they kind of come together, we kind of all get on the same page as far as what we're trying to say with the album, in order to have something that kind of expresses that in both musically and lyrically. And this is one it's interesting that we're releasing it just after having 2 years off, but we went from this place where we were kind of almost starting to develop a little weird anxieties and stuff about we'd go out and be signing records at some of the shows, when we were opening for Thievery Corporation. There would be masses of people, and so all of a sudden we're starting to look for privacy and look for ways to just focus on us without the music and stuff, and then 2020 ripped the rug out from under us, and everybody kind of went through withdrawal on that. So now it's interesting to me kind of to think about where we were when that song came together, and thinking just it was this barrage to go into this place where it was we were it's missing each other. I mean, we've been on the road together for a long time, and so the breaks are breaks from each other. We love each other. We couldn't do it if we couldn't get along, but you know, all of a sudden it's like, you know, like your family is gone, you
Right,
know,
it's like,
like
where's
you,
my people?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird, yeah. So
Well, in the midst of all this, we were looking at the latest video, and we've got to talk about it because when I saw you in the hallway, Cam, I was like, I love the sheet masks because we're all living our best sheet mask life
Yes,
over
yes.
the last 2 years, right? So
Yes.
where was this video shot?
This video was actually shot at my house in Houston, and it was directed by my good friend Jordan Renee and Matthew Hayes, who's also from Houston but now lives in Brooklyn, New York. And it was exclusively Jordan's concept. Honestly, it all came together so quickly and was done so well. One of the smoothest sets we've ever been on, a mostly female-run set,
Cool.
and you know, it was really fun to just be around so many people that I love, but
Right.
also to be directed by two directors that I respect who have done such incredible work. Jordan, who has done a lot of work with Nike, and Matthew, who's done a lot of work with a lot of artists that we respect, Toro y Moi being one of them. But it was just a really big opportunity for us to kind of just show a little bit more range and have fun. And my aunt stepped in to play the role of my mom because
love it.
my mom had surgery recently. So it was just a family affair, and really,
Cam
really
made
fun.
her caldo de pollo. With,
Yes,
like,
I was catering.
Oh,
So secret
wow.
sanctuary.
So like the break, this thing was like cooking the whole time we're doing.
Oh, my
real.
word,
It's
I love
real.
it.
It takes a village, y'all. It takes a
does.
village.
We're talking about all this. Where can we get this album? Is this pre-order sale?
Yes,
now?
there is currently a pre-save and pre-order that the fastest way you can get it is through our website, thesuffers.com. But there will be a vinyl link that will be appearing very, very soon for people to pre-order that, and the record comes out June 3rd.
Oh, we're so excited.
yes.
Plus the tour is coming. Listen, in a time when I think people are so excited to get out, music provides something for our soul. It connects people to memories. It connects people to each other. It's so important to come out and see the shows, right?
Yes, it really is. So I thank y'all for having us, because I think supporting local music is something that really is not being shined on enough, and we really appreciate y'all for continuing to do that, and y'all have always done that. But you know, it's just an opportunity for us to share this type of sonic healing with people that, you know, haven't gotten it in
Right.
2 years.
Oh,
You know,
you are so
You can
right.
listen to records at home, but going to a show and actually hearing the horns, hearing, you know, Kevin wailing on the guitar, all of us doing our thing, you know, it's just a very different thing to be a part of.
Absolutely. Okay, don't go anywhere. Cam, Kevin, and Nick, you guys are going to perform for us live here in studio. We're looking forward to that coming up. It's great to catch up with you.
Thank
And
you.
so congratulations on the new album as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And if you would like to connect with the Sufferers, we've shared a link on the Scene on Houston Life section of our website.
And from one of our local favorite bands to one of our favorite pop icons, Lauren Kelly is heading down memory lane with a legendary entertainer. Hi, Lauren.
Hey, Courtney. Coming up, I am chatting with the one and only Donny Osmond. A look back at his lengthy career and his favorite memories of performing right here in Houston. That is when Houston Life returns.